Talk about thumbnails today, thumbnail sketches. Anybody have an idea of what a thumbnail sketch might be? Thumbnail. What's a thumbnail sketch or a thumbnail drawing?
Well, I know it's not that.
What?
I know that it's not that. Because like on YouTube they have like their thumbnails as like their
So what do those do?
Like it's like kind of like an intro to the video.
Kind of like an intro. Do you guys have any ideas? And then what it might be for, what did we talk about, a drawing? Thumbnail drawing? It's like an intro or a preview to get you started for your composition, right? So, and it's small, like a thumbnail. Thumbnails are small, right? So what you guys are gonna do is you're gonna take a look at this. Still life is huge, right? And I'm not gonna make you draw the entire thing because that would take us until the end of the year. And you guys wanna do other stuff in here too. So today, what I want you to do is kind of pick some small areas to zoom in on. Now, where you're sitting, depending on where you're sitting, you could probably zoom in on a couple different areas, or you can get up and move to the other side of the room. You can ask to switch spots with an Art 3 kid. I'm sure that they will comply. You can go across the room and switch seats with other people in Art 1. So move around the still life. You are not glued to your seat so that you guys can feel free to find things that are interesting to you within the still life. So on page, I believe this is page 20 of your learning guide, you guys have a place for thumbnail drawings. So what you're going to do is I'm going to go, okay, I'm going to look at this still life here, and I'm going to kind of zoom in on an area that I think might be a good drawing. So I'm looking at like this vase over here and the apple, and then I might look at up here and this taller vase, and there's like a little bottle behind, so I'm kind of in this area. To me, that looks like it would make a good up and down composition, a good vertical composition. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw in on my paper. Woo. Hopefully your lines will be straighter than mine. A vertical piece of paper. Now I'm gonna start to draw in all of those things that I'm seeing. Thumbnails don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to include all the tiny details. Your goal here is to see what it would look like if you put it in an artwork. So I'm going to kind of draw in this big vase right here. Woo. Try to keep it proportional. If you mess up, you can erase. So there's my vase. I've got an apple kind of in the foreground here. Doesn't have to be perfect. I can just represent it as a circle for now. Maybe I want to show this blue vase because I've kind of got a little bit of room for that. I might even throw a little bit of that troll in there. They are Halloween trolls, most of them.
They're so hard to draw though.
I had to give you a challenge.
Their hair.
So I've got that taller kind of vase that's up on top. There's a smaller one behind it. It's a little bit lower than I had it in there at first. You should also think about the fabric, and if you can see any of the boxes underneath, you might be able to see some of the edges. You guys already drew fabric when you did your knots. So when you think about fabric, think about the edges of the fabric. Don't worry about the value. Remember, we're keeping this just line. So I can go, oh, okay, well that one's all right. I kind of like that one. I might go for it. But maybe I want to try something different. Maybe I want to try like this shoe here with the bottle, and there's another taller vase. So maybe I'm going to try that next. But I see that as a horizontal composition. So this time I might draw my paper going horizontally. And then I might start to draw in, I've got that kind of square bottle. Again, doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm trying to kind of draw in what I'm seeing. We've got a shoe going on here. It kind of overlaps my bottle. There's another small bottle in here. There's some fabric that goes from the shoe up kind of by that kitty cat. I'm gonna put that kitty cat in here. He's kind of a chubby kitty, like my kitty.
I wish I had a cat. You want mine? Yeah, I really want.
So then I might go, okay, well that one's pretty good too. I kind of like how everything fits. And then I'm going to do at least one more. So you need to do a total of 3 thumbnails, either changing your viewpoint or physically getting up and moving to the other side of the room. Within each drawing, you need to make sure that you have at least 5 objects, and you're not allowed to move things in your picture, and you are not allowed to eliminate stuff because it's hard. You have to draw whatever would fit within that little frame that you've decided, okay? Do you guys have any questions for me? All right, so page 20 of your learning guide, you guys can go ahead and